Hello?
Hello.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. How may I help you?
Hold on 1 minute.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Yeah, so on the test 4 review,
Mm-hmm.
I have a question on basically 4 through 7.
4 through 7. All right. Let me see if I can find that. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. What was that? Okay, so this one right here. All right, so you say question 4 through 7?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so number 4 says find the shaded area under the standard curve. Where is my All right, so what about this question concerns you?
So like, do I go to the table and just look for 1.25?
Yes, sir. No, that's not the right answer, but what are you asking?
Why is it always 1 minus? I'm trying to say 1 minus that answer.
Because of the instructions in the table. If you go to the table's instructions, where is the table? Right here. The table says at the bottom, note. See down here?
Yeah.
The probabilities given in this table represent the area to the left of the z-score. Okay?
Okay.
And so if you look at the picture they had, the picture was this one. The 1.25 is right here, correct? Well, to the left of 1.25 is this area here. Okay?
Okay.
And so if I look up 1.25, it'll give me the wrong area. So if I look up 1.25, 1.25 is right here, it's 0.8944. See right here?
Yeah.
That means that this area is 0.8944. But is that the region that the question had shaded?
No, it's the other side.
And that's why the whole thing adds up to 1.
Okay.
And so if the whole thing adds up to 1, and that piece is already 89.44, to find the remaining piece, I have to subtract from the whole.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the first one, and that's why the answer was 1 minus 0.8944 to get the answer. Okay, so number 5.
So in these answers, should I like print out a z table first?
Oh no, you'll be given one on the test.
Okay.
It'll be a file you can open.
Okay.
So you'll have it. It'll be the one that you just saw right there, the same exact one. All right, so for number 5, see now this one says left. So then the answer I find, it will be exactly the answer. So you gotta go to the table. And it was negative 0.7.
Yeah.
So negative 0.7 is this one right here. So 24.20, and that's your answer.
Oh, okay. So it's pretty simple then. Okay, I know that's simple.
There that go. So answer is A. Okay.
Okay.
Now when it says between, that's number 6 right here.
Mhm.
You have to find the two z-scores and then subtract them. Because when I go between, so 2 is right here. So if I look up the table is going to give me all of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when I look up 1.8, 1.8 is going to give me all of this. But what I want is the difference between the two. This is the actual area I want right here in between them. Yes?
Yep.
So if I take all of 2, which is all of this, and then I subtract out 1.8, what I am left with will be the area that I'm looking for. So you just have to look up the two answers and subtract them.
Okay.
Yeah, so you
just look up the answer and that's it, and then you subtract the 2.
Yep. So you look up 2, look up 1.8, subtract them, whatever that is the answer.
Okay.
I don't know if I have to actually do it, but you know. So you see 2 right here. Actually, have them circled one above each other. This one and this one. Right? You just subtract those two answers, and that's the answer. The 9772 minus. Let me get my calculator. Calculator. 0.9772 minus 0.9641, and that answer is 0.13. Oh, there it is right. Oh, there it is right there.
Oh, yeah.
And so then you have to look for that answer between, and the answer right here is, do you remember you have to sometimes take the answer that's closest to the answer that you're given. And so therefore that'll be our answer right there.
Okay. I had another question too. Let me see.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hold on. We've not done number 7 yet.
Okay.
Now, number 7 is a reverse problem. So number 7, although it's the same concept, if you look carefully at the question, you'll see it's actually different. It says right here to find the z-score. In all the other examples, I was given the z-score. But in this example, they're saying find the z-score. And they give us the answer. They tell us the area is 0.79. So basically what they're saying is, okay, there's this number right here. I don't know what that number is. But I know that the area to the left is 0.79. Okay?
Okay.
So what that means is I need to look for an area of 0.79. I'll get close to it and then find the z-score that gives us that answer. Okay?
Okay.
Now it's kind of different because in the other examples, the answer would have been the 0.79. They would give me the z-score. And so that makes this problem different. So I have to go into my table, and somewhere in this table is 0.79. Well, at least I'm close to it. 0.79. You have to look. 0.75, 0.78. So here we go. See right here, 0.791.
Yeah.
That's the closest there is. And the z-score is 0.81.
Yeah.
And so therefore, that's going to be our answer. 0.81.
Okay.
You got all that? You wrote all that down? That's a lot.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, you had to see get done. Okay. Oh, you're into number 8 too? I forgot what number you want to get to.
We might as well, yeah.
Okay, so the last piece right here, see, a normal population has a mean of 34 and a standard deviation of 11. What proportion is less than 41? So now first things first, less than means left, right?
What'd you say?
Less than here means left.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have the picture already drawn. See the 41 right here? So that's this line right here.
Yeah.
So less than means they're looking at this area down here.
Right. Yeah.
The problem we have is that if I look in the Z table, I won't find 41 anywhere. If you look in the Z table, you won't see 41 anywhere on the Z table. I see 0. I see all the way down to 3.4. I don't see any 41 anywhere. The problem is the 41 has not been standardized. The 41 is a regular X value. To find a Z score, you have to take the number you have to subtract out the mean and then divide by the standard deviation.
Right.
This formula will not be given to you on the test. So you definitely need to go ahead and memorize it and work it out. And so in this question right here, you see right here, we take the 41, we subtract out the mean, and then we divide by 11. And we get that answer to 2 decimal places. 2 dp. That's 0.64. And that's what we look for in the Z table, 0.64. That is my Z score.
Okay.
I look that number up, and you get an answer right here of 0.7389 or 73.89%, and that would be your Z score.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you later, okay?
All right, bye tonight. Be safe at work today.
Thank you. Bye. Have a good day.
All right.
Mhm.
Bye. Day. But was that all the ones you needed to see?
I had one more question. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Miss Lawson.
Hi,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm doing just fine. I'm answering questions in the order they were given. So hold on.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mr. LJ.
Number
Is
21.
this gonna be uploaded because I have work at 3?
Sure, it's recording, so I can upload it. A lot of it is just nothing, because until someone shows up, like I didn't do much, but I can upload it. That's fine.
Okay.
Number 21.
Number 21. Okay. For a particular diamond mine, 77% of the diamonds fail to qualify as gemstone grade. A random sample of 121 diamonds is analyzed. Find the probability that more than 81% of the sample fail to qualify as gemstone grade. So, first things first, this right here is a proportion question because it's saying 77% fail to qualify. That means everything else does qualify, correct?
Right.
So that means that this is a proportion distribution. And so for a proportion distribution, you have to always find 2 things. You have to find the mean, and you have to find the standard deviation. The mean is always equals to P. So in this case right here, the mean is 0.77. The standard deviation is given by the formula, the square root of P times 1 minus P, which I call Q, and divided by N.
Memorize
so
that for the exam.
Say again?
Memorize that formula for the exam too.
You definitely need to memorize this formula for the exam.
Okay.
So 0.77 multiplied by 1 minus 0.77 and divide that by the size of the sample, 112, and then take the square root of that answer. And that gives us our standard deviation. Normally you take the answer to 4 decimal places. So where's my calculator? So, where my calculator? So 0.77 multiplied by, that's 223, right? 700 minus 7, yeah, 23 times 0.23 equals, then you divide that by 112, and then you take the square root. And so that is 0.0398. That's my answer to 4 decimal places. That's my standard deviation. All right?
All right.
So the question says, find the probability that more than, so somewhere around here is 81%. The mean is 77. And they say more than, so that means they're shading up here. Yes? Again, though, if you look on the number line, you will not see an 81 anyways. So you have to convert that 81 into a z-score. So you have to take 81, subtract the mean, and then, well, 0.81, subtract the mean, 0.77, and divide it by the standard deviation, 0.0398. 0.81 minus 0.77 divided by 0.0398 equals 1.01. Again, you take that z-score to 2 decimal places. So therefore, the z-score is 1.01, and so that's what you look up in the table. But you have to remember, you have to subtract that from 1, the answer you get, because I'm greater than, since I'm above the line right here,
Okay.
I have to take the answer and subtract it from 1. Oh boy. So 1.1, my table is getting 1.01 is right here. So 8438. So 8438. So 8438, I gotta go 1 minus that number, and that's gonna be 0.1562.
So for the test,
Yes, ma'am.
for the test, are we gonna use the chart that you already gave us on Blackboard, or is it gonna be a separate one, like on the test?
It's the same chart, but when you open the test, you can open it up. So when you start the test, you have 2 files. One will be the actual test, and one will be the and the other one will be the PDF.
Okay. And is it okay? Is it okay if we print it out?
Oh, you won't be able to print it out.
It won't be okay.
Oh, but well, can you? No, you won't be able to print it out.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
That's it, Mr. LJ.
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right. Troy, do you have a question? All right. Miss Lawson, you have a question?
No, I'm kind of just just seeing what you're doing, kind of just getting the concept of it early. So like,
All right.
we just got to know them 2 formulas.
Well, no, there's also similar for the binomial distribution.
Wait, can you write that formula down for me?
For the binomial distribution?
Yeah, the one that I'm gonna need for all the ones that we're gonna need for the test tomorrow. I already got the 2 of them. I got the z-score and the standard deviation one.
Mm-hmm. I think there's just 2 more for the binomial distribution. Where's my eraser? So this is the very last question down here. Question 25. That's a binomial distribution question that I did on Monday. So, the formulas are to find, because see how here I had to find the mean and standard deviation. It's the same problem with the binomial, it's just the formulas are different. For the binomial, the mean is NP. And so you see right here, there is a 85% chance that it will grow, and that there are 110 seeds. So n times p, that's what I did right here to find the mean. That's the 93.5. And then to find the standard deviation, it is the square root of n times p times 1 minus p. So both formulas have p times 1 minus p. In this one, it's in the denominator up here. In the binomial, it's not in the denominator. And so you see, that's what I have right here. N times p times 1 minus p, and then you take the square root.
All right, when do you use the one up top where it says prob and shade? Like you see the other one up there, where it says SD. When do you use that one?
When you have a proportion question.
Proportion.
When they tell you a certain percentage of something is happening.
Yes,
I believe. So I think 22, going back, 22.
You good over there?
Mm-hmm.
You got that cough now.
But I can't. Can I give it to you to the phone?
just fast.
But now you're making everybody in the house start coughing. Now look, everybody else had a cough too.
Oh, y'all might want to quarantine some more.
That's what we're doing now. So you see right here the last three questions? These are all binomial. See, they don't have a percentage like 9% or 77%. And
so
then,
when it don't have a percentage, it's a binomial?
Right. And so you see 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, all of 17? No, not 17. Let me erase. Oh, there is one more formula. I just remember that right. So those three, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 right here, those 5 questions, those are proportion questions.
All right.
Come on, be nice to me. Those are proportion questions. Right, and so I was saying there was one more formula, and that's the other question. So when you have a regular problem, but for sample size, so you see right here, for this question where it says a size of 70, just like the other 2 questions, you have to find the mean and the standard deviation. The thing is, the mean is the same, so you don't do anything, so there's no formula there. See, if the mean is 24, then the mean is 24. Right, see down here it says the mean is 98, so then the mean is 98.
Okay.
But the standard deviation changes. The standard deviation is the given standard deviation divided by the square root of n. The formula is sigma is equals to the old standard deviation divided by the square root of n. They call it sigma n.
And you said what was the one on the bottom?
The square root of n, the sample size. Right here. And so you see in this problem right here, instead of using 10 as my standard deviation, I had to use 1.952. So when I was calculating the z-score, that's what I had to use right there. Other than that, these questions are the same basic ideas. It's either left, so you just take the score from the table, to the right, and you gotta go 1 minus. Or,
all right, I got one more question. Like you don't got to do it now, but like before, like you like in this, since you said you're gonna post it, could you like show us how to do it on the calculator? Like some of these on the calculator.
Now,
or if you don't got a calculator, I can just look it up on YouTube.
Now I am in the last class I did that, as I don't have a calculator. That's why. But in class on Wednesday, I think in the last 20 minutes. In the last, I showed you how to do it in the calculator, so you can just go back and look it up there.
Yes, I will.
I posted a video in there because, like I said, I don't have the calculator. Normally, I would just take out my calculator, but I don't have one.
Yes, sir. Well, that's all the questions I got. I might just not just look at you, like just practice out some more. So I'm done with questions.
All right. Oh, don't forget now, all the answers are at the end.
Oh yeah. Yes, I know.
So you can always, if you're not sure, you can, take a picture of a question, send me a text or email, or just say on the how you do number 1990. And
I got you.
see if I can maybe record it or something and send it to you. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, anybody else? Okay, then.
Do you know what time you're gonna post this?
It's going to take a while because I have to edit the video to make it shorter. Because
Yes, sir.
it's going to be 2 hours long, but most of the 2 hours is going to be nothing. So it's going to be about maybe an hour.
All right. Yes, sir.
Hour and a half.
All right. Thank you.
All right.